Yo, bendición. It's been a long time since I've done an actual video for YouTube. And I'm just a guy with his phone. It's early in the morning. Gotta get ready for work, but we keeps it real over here. I'm just a guy with his phone. So let's talk. I saw someone mention about how like I'm a child of Obatala, and children of Obatala, or I'd say all Obatalas, crown a lot of changoses. Perhaps a lot of Ochuns crowned a lot of Obas, vice versa. A lot of Yamayas maybe crowned a lot of Changos. And that's a general theme. My personal belief, which is always subject to change, as one continues to expand their knowledge and their understanding and get different perspectives, these kinds of debates, if you will, are always subject to change depending on how much growing you're doing when it comes to your knowledge. Um, me, I don't think that the santo that you have on your head is so relevant that it affects who perhaps comes in and out of your life, as far as godchildren or that who you have on your head is so. The santo that you have on your head, of course, is very important. All of them that you have, they're all important. Ibache, Boboricha. But I think that there is perhaps an unhealthy notion that the santo that one has on their head, and even if it's just marked, the person can be an aleo, but they got marked a santo. I think we put too much stock in that. Example, there's someone that I know, or that I've known, that said, because I'm made to Ochun, I cannot have this person who's made to Chango touch my head. I've even heard as far as, I'm an Aleo, I'm not initiated, but I've been marked for, I don't know, Chango, I think it was. And so I'm not going to have anyone rogate my head because I can't have this person who's made to Ochun rogate my head. As far as I'm concerned, if you do not have santo made, if you do not, whatever the hell you want to call it, initiated, orisha, crowned, ochayoko, ledi, whatever, who you've been marked is irrelevant. Either way, I'm lifting you up as an olo batala, obuato batala nagbeodide. The only thing that I can personally think of that makes knowing who your crown is, and now I'm just going on, I'm just free flowing right now. I'm not even staying on topic. The only time that it's relevant to know who your guardian orisha is, as it's called, I can't remember how it is in Spanish, Ángel de la Guarda, I think, is if the godparent has some kind of taboo with initiating that particular santo. So the idea is, let me find out early who your guardian orisha is in the event that you are marked a santo that I perhaps have Ochemeyin, which is a whole nother debate, because I don't believe in closing people off either. There's a lot of nuance there. Or if maybe I'm Oya or an Oloya, and the godchild comes out to be marked to Chango. Until a person is initiated and has santo seated on their head, who you are marked, as far as ceremoniously what can and cannot or should and should not be done, you are not initiated. You do not have santo seated to the head. So it doesn't, if I was made to Chango and you got marked to Oya, why can't I touch your head? You do not have Santo seated to the head. You are simply someone who's gotten their guardian Orisha dropped, or you got your Mano de Orula, whatever. So that doesn't make sense to me, because at the end of the day, you're dealing with Ori. Ori and Oricha are two different entities. The Santo, the Orisha, gets seated to one's Ori, the head. But the head and the Orishas that live in Orun somewhere in the ethers of the universe are two different entities. So are you placating Ori or the Oricha? And if you do not have Oricha seated to the head, Santo Asentao, then you being marked to Chango and me being an Oya is irrelevant. The only time it becomes relevant is, okay, so I'm an Oni Chango, or someone who's initiated to Chango, and my godchild has been marked to a Santo that I cannot make. I cannot make an Oya for various reasons. Or maybe I have, I don't know, Ochime and some, I got fucking Ochime, Ofo Elese Ocha, Elese Ochun. So I'm not gonna make Ochun to nobody. And I get this person who's being marked to Ochun. You just respectfully, you have that conversation beforehand, and you say, "Hey, I know we built this relationship, but I cannot be the one to initiate you if you come out to be XYZ Santo." In which case, after the Bahada, the godparent should guide that individual to another godparent who can initiate them. And that doesn't mean that the relationship has to break or fracture. It just simply means this head should not be made by these hands. So you pass the person over to someone else that you trust. Maybe they trust someone. Maybe they're a different relationship. Maybe they have a relationship with someone who was originally supposed to be the Yubona. But now it's like, okay, well, the Yubona can make this head directly. So let's pass you on to the Yubona. And now the Yubona is going to be the main godparent. But again, the whole point of this video was me saying, I don't think that who a person is marked to is very relevant, unless you have Santo made. That's the only time that I can think that it's relevant, is when it pertains to who is going to make this head, who's going to initiate this person. Outside of that, there's working with Ori, and then there's working with the Oricha. So I know I'm just going on a rant, and I just honestly wanted to get a video out there and just try to get back to my grind of making these videos. Again, I know the shitty lighting and just a guy with his phone, but I like to think that I'm one of the content creators that just keep shit real. That's it. Just keep shit real. Nothing flashy. No fancy backgrounds and shit. Just someone talking about Ocha. And not just someone. I have to take pride. I have to take some pride in myself. And Obatala. And Olobatala. I'm not Obatala. Never will be. Never have been. Pero yo soy Olobatala. Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I can keep this conversation going, and let me know what comments you have, and maybe I'll pick up on that specific comment and keep the ball rolling. Okay, and I know I have to go back and acknowledge the other comments that many of y'all have left in my past videos, so I gotta get back on my grind. Okay, so peace out.